welcome back to the studio. So I am wanting to do something with strings. I don't know why, but I've been excited and thinking about that. So I'm going to try some birch tree paintings in a forest type theme with strings today. So I've already done this once, so the picture looks like this. So let's see if we can do this again, but in white, all right? So stick with me. All right, so I have prepared my canvas. This is a 16 by 20, and I like to make sure that it is level. I'm going to be using some pretty watery paints for the background. I'm using the Saks True Flow Heavy Bodied Acrylic. I'm just using the glue and water mix today, and we're just doing titanium white and black, both with the same brand. And got push pins on the back and tape for flow over, just in case I get messy and I can peel it off later and clean up my mess. Now when my camera is up this high, sometimes you'll see the top of my head, so I do apologize for that. The other thing that we're going to need today, we're going to need lots of white. That's for the background. Now I stirred this up pretty quickly, so it has a little bit of bubbles in it, so we'll torch that later. But it's been sitting for a little bit, so some of them have come up. So I like to make my background come off the stick really quickly. It is leaving just the shadow of a mound, disappearing right away. I've mixed up some black, and the bubbles are coming up out of that. It's a little bit thicker, but I actually mix my black with a little bit of blue. Sometimes I mix it with some green. Just don't like pure black. But we're going to first do our background. Let me get some gloves on before we start. I forgot to mention that I also spray the back of this canvas with some water. I like to keep water in a little spray bottle. The cotton on your canvas may bow. Actually, your wood might bow too, but the cotton of your canvas might bow in shipping or as it's waiting in the store or waiting in your studio. And if you spray it, it actually tightens up the cotton fibers. Sometimes I will actually use the little wood shims that come with your canvas. If my wood warps, that helps to keep it nice and level. All right, so let me get my gloves on. We're going to go ahead and cover the background first. And we have a lot of paint for the background on purpose. We want it to be kind of thick for this process. As you can see, I have some strings ready. So let's get this started. So next I have some black paint I'm going to put on my strings. Now I have about 4 strings here. And I do have a little bit of green waiting in the wing here. You'll see what I'm doing with that in just a second. So we're going to start now, and I'm going to go ahead and pull my first string up. Sorry about the top of my head. Now I like to actually travel my string through. The paint. So there we go. Now for this first one, I'm actually going to dip my finger in some green paint, put it right in the center of my string, and we're going to go straight down in. We're going to wiggle it back and forth, and I'm going to pull up and down. Now you see my green? Now I've also put a cup here on the table so I can just discard. All right. This time I'm going to go back and forth and just straight down. And then I'm going to pull it up this way, put it in my cup. And now we're ready, I think, for our birch trees. So let me actually load up my couple more strings here. Let's try this next one. All right. So now I'm going to start making some trees. laying it in there, making sure it's in. I'm going to pull it tight with this finger and pull it across. Lift. Actually, let me get rid of some of that paint off the bottom and make my trees in the background grow. All right, there we go. Let's get a little bit of green on the background one more time here. And then back and forth. And drag it to the top. We've got some trees. All right. We have to go top to bottom here. Do it right. There we are. On a horizon, don't we? Now we're back to our birch trees here. All right. Let's get this baby back on here. So down, wiggle back and forth, make the base of your tree. Get in here and show you some of the details. Now as it dries, we may have to come back in and draw some of the lines on the sides of the trees again, because the way that this works is the white paint kind of melts in. But wow, didn't this turn out great? Alright, I hope you have a chance to try this one. It's a little messy, but I hope you have a chance to try this one at home.